How y'all doing?
What's going on? What's going on? I can go ahead. This is
Go
the
ahead.
mic. All right, the Michael Cole from the Inquirer. For you, Scott, first. Uh, you struggled a little bit in that first game. Then you start coming off the bench. You get some things going, and then I feel like you had your best game of the year today. Just what was different for you today than earlier in the season?
Just getting comfortable again. Really finding my role, and just executing it. And just playing to have fun, really. That's the biggest thing. I felt like early in the year I was playing with too much weight on my shoulder. The weight of the world on every shot or every mistake, and so I'm just getting back comfortable, getting back to just playing, having fun when I play.
Is some of that a confidence thing?
Um, Not really. I always feel confident in myself. It's just that I just felt like I was putting too much pressure on myself, um, to be what was expected of me, or try to be greater of what it was expected of me, instead of just letting the game come to me and just um, going out there and just relaxed and just playing.
Jack, kind of first time getting back into the swing of things since your injury. I mean, today you were team high 15 points. How are you feeling out there, and how's it feel getting back into that game shape again?
Uh, it's actually a lot different from us going up and down in practice to a 40-minute game. So I mean, it's been a lot different from freshman year to now, but the transition been good. Just working every day with the team, and Scott and DB and all the guards just pushed me to go harder, just really helping out there today.
Gentlemen, you've got a really good test coming up over the next few weeks. I believe this Saturday you take on a tough Drexel team, and then I think they finally rescheduled your game for next week with UMass. So you'll officially open A10 play, I believe, a week from tomorrow. What's the focus right now going? I guess this. First of all, when was this official game announced that you'd be playing Lincoln?
Sorry, you said when it was announced?
So when did you know about this game today? This was just announced. This was recent, I believe.
Yes, I believe so.
And do you know which is when? When was that? Was it a day or 2 days ago?
It was 5 days ago, I believe.
Okay. And so what is the preparation going forward as you get ready for A10 play and your matchup with Drexel?
Our progression every day is to be better than the last day. So we're going to use this game and the last couple games to just come in, see what we need to work on, get those habits and stuff better, and come out against Drexel and try to execute the things that we lacked in today's game better the next game.
Jack, welcome back, buddy. You look great. It's kind of weird not seeing you in that Cheltenham uniform.
Yeah, a lot different feeling right now.
Thank God. Good to have you back, pal.
Guys, on that scheduling note, you had the game with Army kind of created out of a whim, and then Lincoln, you said, Scott, 5 days before the game you learned about it. As players, how do you guys prepare for these schedule changes and these on the fly schedules?
We just take it step by step. Honestly, we come in, we learn. We understand that we have a game. We prepare. Our coaches come in and they prepare us the best that they can, and we just come out and we try to execute our game plan. So whether it's 5 days, 2 days, 1 day, we have a game plan and we're going to execute it to the best of our ability.
Scott, along those lines, can you talk about the excitement of finally playing a game on your home floor, rather than practices?
Yeah, playing on our home floor it's a great feeling. Just to be back at home. We've been on the road a lot, so just coming back to our gym, our rim, something that we know we shot hundreds of thousands of shots on. Just is a great feeling. Feel comfortable. We feel more energy in our gym because we bring energy every day in practice and stuff like that. So we just feel comfortable.
One last question for the guy. One last
Jack,
question.
Jack, can you talk about getting the first win, what kind of a lift that gives the team?
It gives our team a huge confidence boost going into Drexel's weekend, and we're just going to keep riding that confidence all the way throughout the whole season. Actually, first Drexel, then UMass, and whoever we play after that, we're just going to keep riding that train.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Coach Ashley Howard will join us in a couple seconds, so hang tight.
Austin, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
Been all right?
Yeah, hanging in there, you know. You
Yeah.
down in Memphis right now?
No, I was. I'm actually back in Philly now.
So you're
So
back to Philly.
yeah,
How was Memphis?
man, it was cool. You know, I needed that little breather just
Yeah,
to get around. I mean, get around the people I could be around at least. So
that's how it is, you know.
yeah,
These
for
times.
sure.
Head coach Ashley Howard, after today's 80-62 win over Lincoln. Coach, if you want to give an opening statement, and then we can open it up for questions. I ask everybody to please mute their lines if they're not asking a question.
How you guys doing, man? You know, it was, you know, Lincoln's a tough team, man. They are, you know, they had a game against Morgan State that I watched where they really battled Morgan, and they put up a lot of points. So I went into this game, man. I was worried that these dudes were gonna come in here and go bombs away. And you know, they got a lot of local guys on their team coming in, playing against a Division I team. You know, they had all of the incentive in the world to come in here and have a great game. So we wanted our guys to come in and have a defensive mindset. I think we did that. You know, we came in, you know, wanting to, you know, just get better defensively. Let's keep working on our habits. And I feel like we took a step in the right direction. We still have a long way to go. But today was a step in the right direction for us.
First question, DeMichael Cole, Philadelphia Inquirer.
Coach, what's going on?
Michael, how you doing, buddy?
Man, pretty good. What about that freshman class? I feel like a lot of people, you know, had been hearing about Jameer and the good things he'd done earlier in the season, but today, Anwar, nice performance. Tigger gave you, you know, some nice minutes too. How do you feel that class is just, you know, progressing and your thoughts on their performance today?
Well, you know, I've been wanting to get Tegra in the game, you know, in the first three. And, you know, I just haven't gotten comfortable. You know, obviously we've been in 2 dog fights or 3 dog fights where, you know, I just wasn't ready to throw him out. I trusted the older guys. So today I wanted to get him out there just so he can get a chance to get out there, get some run, get a rhythm. And then I wanted to see if, you know, what he does in practice translates, and he rebounds, man. And he went out there in limited minutes, man. And he let us, well, he was second in rebounds to Jack. He had 5 boards in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was promising to see that he can get out there and get on the boards. And then Anwar has been hurt. So we didn't have him in New York when we played St. John's and St. Peter's. And then against Army, he had only practiced once. So, you know, I just wanted to, you know, ease him into the lineup, and he's gonna be a good player for us, man. So I'm glad that he was able to get out there and play some extended minutes. He gives us additional versatility in the backcourt. You know, he's a good defender. He's a winner, and you know, he's a guy that we're really excited about. So I'm glad that he got a chance to get out there today and get some burn and get comfortable playing in goal.
And then speaking a little bit more on Jameer, I know a lot of people have been impressed with the scoring, but I remember when I talked with you, you were talking about the way he passes the ball. It looked like today we got to see that with the 8 assists. Just what are your thoughts on what he brings to the game, you know, with the way he can get his teammates involved?
Well, you know, he doesn't get sped up. He plays at his own pace. Obviously, he was a big-time scorer in high school, so he has that confidence.
But, you know, in AAU, he always played with, you know, great players around him with his AAU team. And, you know, there was one summer where I think he led, you know, his AAU circuit in assists, right? So, you know, he's a guy that, you know, that can score, that knows how to run a team, that can get guys open shots. You know, our guys are confident when he has the ball that he's going to find them. But, you know, he's still a freshman. So, you know, there's going to be some growing pains there. But, you know, I'm very confident in him. He knows that. And, you know, I think he's going to be a great player for us moving forward.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Austin Petalillo, question for Coach.
Hey Ash, how's it going?
Austin, how you doing, man?
I'm
I like that
doing
t-shirt.
well. What'd you say?
I like that T-shirt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I did a little run in this light show by my house. But for most of the game, you know, I would say for the meat of the game, you went 11 deep, and you're someone that, you know, throughout the years that we've seen you like to go 9, 10 deep. I mean, is going 11 deep, is that going to be the plan moving forward, or is that just a, you know, fluid situation that can fluctuate week by week?
You know, if I can have 11 guys that are playing balls to the wall with great energy, and they're playing together, and they're playing like brothers, and they're enthusiastic to play hard for each other, then I'll play 11 guys. If we don't have guys that are bringing energy, then that will determine, you know, the depth of our rotation. But, you know, early in the year, it's a challenge to find minutes for everybody. You know, we have older guys that I've been through some wars with that I trust. We got young guys that are going to push them to earn minutes. And I think that's going to be the strength of our team. I think that, you know, we have a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room for growth. And the fact that we have depth is a huge asset to our program right now.
And, you know, scouting Lincoln, you know, as you mentioned earlier, a lot of those guys are local, you know, like, for example, Bernard went to Emotep. You know, have you had any prior experience with those guys maybe on the recruiting trail? And did that sort of help scout this team going into this game?
Well, you know, I known Bernard from his Emotep days playing for Coach Noble at Emotep, and he was one of David Beatty's high school teammates. So I've seen him. He's a guy that's been around, and then Daquan Williams is a South Jersey kid, and I know his coach well, and you know, he's a guy that I'm familiar with. So going into the game, I had a feeling that I knew what those guys could do, but you know what, you never know how they are playing for Lincoln, right? You see those guys in high school, and now, you know, I mean, Lightsey, he's a way better player now than he was when I saw him in high school, right? So, you know, you watch him on tape, you remember him, but then you see guys that are older, that are more mature, that are more confident, and you know that they're going to come into a game playing against LaSalle, a Division I opponent, and they're going to try to play the best game that they can. So we wanted to go in there with an adequate amount of respect for those guys, knowing that they could come in here and put up big numbers.
Now, last question for me. You know, this game was scheduled just a few days ago. The Army game was scheduled a few days prior to that. I mean, how do you prepare the guys to sort of deal with these on-the-fly scheduling changes?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, these dudes want to play, and we're scheduling these games so we can give them the opportunity to play. They're making a ton of sacrifices every day to be in a position to compete and do what they love to do. So, you know, to have the opportunity to schedule a game like this is a reward for them. And, you know, in terms of the preparation, you know, right now it's all about us getting better every single day. So, you know, we need to keep getting better. We need to keep playing games. We need to play against other people so that we can, you know, have our weaknesses exposed so we can get back to the drawing board and try to turn them into strengths. So I'm happy and I'm very appreciative for Lincoln for giving us the opportunity to compete today, and the same for Army. So, you know, it's going to be a fluid season, and you know, unfortunately, we're probably not playing our last game that's being scheduled here at the last minute.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, Austin.
Glenn, any questions for Coach?
As coach, in this particular game, it looked like you got on that run near the end of the first half. What allowed you to get on that 14-5 run?
It was stops. You know, we got stops. We got out in transition, got some easy baskets. You know, we opened it up. I think Scott Spencer hit a couple threes within that stretch that created some separation. You know, it was good to have him, you know, shoot the ball well and get him in a good spot. I think the thing that's underrated about just this season right now and in the space that we're in is that these guys haven't had a chance to play a lot of basketball, right? Even though we've been here, we've been practicing. Like our guys missed 6 months of playing basketball, 6 months of playing pickup, 6 months of, you know, no summer league this year, you know, no one-on-one battles with their boys working out, you know, for 6 months. So it takes time to get that rust off. It takes time to get adjusted to playing under the whistle again. So I'm glad that our guys were able to have a game where they saw the ball go through the basket. And I think a huge part of that run was, you know, Scott Spencer hit a couple shots and we were able to, you know, create a little separation.
Do you feel that was the separation that you needed, you know, finally to get into some sort of rhythm?
Yeah. I mean, you know, the biggest thing for us is getting stops, getting out in transition, getting some easy baskets. You know, that's always been our deal. Allowing our defense to create our offense. And, you know, we had that stretch where, you know, we're able to open the game up and we want to be a team that can, you know, have those type of spurts.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks. Glenn.
One more question.
Hey, Coach, how are you, buddy? Great to see you. Voice of reason here in the building.
Voice.
Thank you, Mr. Lobaz. First and foremost, I just want to say congratulations on tonight's victory against a very hard-fought Lincoln team. This is a two-parter I actually was told to submit to Mr. Lobaz. Your fondest memories on a man we recently lost just a few days ago, the great John Smallwood. What an amazing person he was. And just as I've been hearing every single question from all these reporters, how are you dealing with this? Because this is a pretty young team. There's really not much senior leadership on this team. What's kind of the focus going into this season?
Keep getting better. That's it.
Keep getting better.
It's just keep getting better. Like we know we're a young team. You know, even guys like Jack Clark and Clifton Moore, you know, those guys are older guys, but they don't have a ton of experience. So, you know, they're going to keep getting better as the season goes on. And every game they play, it's another opportunity for them to learn and get better and get more comfortable out there on the floor. So, you know, we can't get caught up in, you know, anything other than, you know, getting better. I told the team yesterday, I said, guys, we're 0-3. And I said, if we were 3-0, I'd be coming in here trying to figure out a way to convince you guys that we need to keep getting better. So like, that's the only goal for us. And then, you know, we'll see how good we can get by the end of the year. But, you know, the ultimate goal for us is to keep getting better, you know, for the players to keep, you know, trusting each other, to develop that brotherhood that they need to play hard for each other. And as the season goes on, hopefully we can just keep getting better, keep getting stronger. And then by the end, you know, if there actually is an end to this season, you know, we could be playing some quality basketball.
And the John Smallwood, it was only a few years back. We all had lunch together at the A10 Media Day. Such a knowledgeable person. What do you remember most about John?
The thing I remember most about John is in my first year, we were 0-10. And, you know, he was just so encouraging, you know, and you know, just a nice person. And you know, even in games we lost, if, you know, off the record, you say, listen, man, yo, team's getting better, man. The guys are fighting, they're playing hard for you, you know? And I just remember, you know, those kind gestures. And you know, cause he didn't have to say that, you know, and just a remarkable guy. You know, he was a great journalist and, you know, definitely, you know, someone who has been a significant contributor to Philadelphia sports, man. So, you know, great loss. And, you know, my heart felt condolences and sympathy go out to the Smallwood family.
Yeah, we loved him very much, and we love you as well. And you look great as always. Congratulations.
Love you too,
I
boy.
do hope to see
Appreciate it.
you. I hope to see you down the road, my friend.
All right, buddy.